I can knew it here.
I can knew it anywhere.
Yeah.
All right.
So
they were playing the new song on
yeah,
TV last night.
Yeah, we actually talked about that last night. We're like, New York is played every New Year's, no matter how much Frank Sinatra gets canceled or not. It's just like it's just gonna happen forever.
He's just
doesn't
somehow
matter.
made it through this.
So the first new product I want to talk about before you get into your jam is
the gift
AdaBox.
Of AdaBox.
Yeah. So AdaBox 15 will be a cool thing. We will run out. A lot of people got it for the holidays, so we have a smaller number of openings this round. So if you haven't already, go to adabox.com, get an AdaBox, or even better, give it to someone that you know that will look at this and it could get them on the journey of a lifetime hobby.
All the AdaBoxes are amazing, by the way. I would not be doing AdaBox 15
career.
If it wasn't like, this is something I would have wanted when I was like 16. I would have loved this. I would have loved it. It didn't exist. We had nothing. We walked uphill both ways and we had the worst kits in the world. The kits were so bad. I can't even explain to people how bad electronics was. It's now really great.
Let's get on to some good electronics.
Sorry.
Okay,
AdaBox.
so
Subscribe.
New products first up.
Subscribe. Okay, we've got 2 kits. JST kits. This is from request from Noah and Pedro, actually. They are always making custom cables. And I don't even know if I'll show them on the overhead because they're pretty straightforward. We have one that's a JST-PH kit and one that's a JST-XH kit. The PH kit is 2mm pitch. The XH is 2.54. I'll show you. Yeah, so this is the PH kit. It's not as large. It has not as many pieces. But you get through-hole parts. So this is a through-hole header. And you have the matching sockets that plug in. So is this even the right size? No, because I can't count. Is this the right size? No, I also can't count. This is the right size. Oh, right, there's 5. Okay, so this matches into here. It plugs in nicely, but not so much that you can't pull it out.
Yeah.
Although it's really hard to do it on camera, but believe me, you can remove it. If I had cables in, of course, you just pull it out. And then here's the thing. So you have these socket connectors. So the deal is that to put the pins that match with these male plugs, you have to crimp on these sockets. You get a lot of sockets because they don't always survive the crimping process. Sometimes you redo it. I do recommend getting a proper pair of crimping pliers. You can crimp with normal pliers, like needle nose pliers. I've done it. I've survived multiple Burning Mans with it. It can work, but it's not great. And nowadays you can get very inexpensive crimping pliers that have the right little, they have this little shape that's like a M, and it does a nice job with crimping. But basically you can make custom cables very easily with, again, 2mm pitch, which is common. It's this is Grove compatible. The 2-pin ones are what we use for our battery packs. So if you want to make weird custom battery packs, we also carry some of these cables on their own, but maybe you want to have a weird, 4 to 5 with one leftover type cable thingy. So this is the PH kit. And then the XH kit, very similar looking, also a bunch of white blobs, but the connectors are slightly bigger. So this is the 5-pin 2mm, and then this is the 5-pin 2.5mm. So you see it's bigger. This is 0.1 inch. So this is best. This is 0.1 inch, 2.54mm approximately. So this works really well with breadboards and perf boards, and whenever you want to use everyday header with it. This is the same pitch as plain header. So that's kind of nice. Both are very popular, so we stock both kits. Again, this one has a ton of connectors. This one has actually both male plug crimpy connectors and socket connectors. I don't know why there's both, but I guess you could put male plugs into these and then plug it into a socket header on a breadboard. So pretty handy, and you get a lot more connectors in this one. So PH and XH kits.
Okay.
You has them. You wanted them, you has them.
We have a lot of stuff from Pimoroni.
We did. We got a shipment. Yay. So they have discontinued their old audio line, and now they have a pirate audio line, which I really like because it has these really lovely 1.3-inch TFTs. Now, there are 3 options, and so you're wondering, why are there so many photos you're showing me? They're all basically the same idea. They have an I2S audio interface. They have a 1.3-inch TFT, and they have 4 buttons on the front. and you can press the buttons to go through interfaces. They have a Spotify client, which unfortunately I did not have time to set up before the show because it was New Year's Day, but we'll have a video on the site, and also check out their guide. So you can do, I think, like Spotify or like just, radio, internet radio. But it's got a nice IPS TFT display, and you can see on the overlay it has like the buttons, what they do, like fast forward, pause, back and forth. And the 3 versions have 3 different things going on. So this version, you can see the speaker grill. This version has a speaker built in. So I'm going to just rudely unplug this, remove this from this Pi Zero. And you can use it with a Pi Zero, or you can use it with any Raspberry Pi, the 2x20 connector. So this is a 1 watt speaker. You see connected here, there's a little amplifier, and then the connector for the Pirate audio display. And then here's a version that has the same display, but this time it has speaker connectors, so you can connect external speakers like we stock 4-ohm speakers, but the same interface on the front, display, 4 buttons. So that's the same. And then the third version is the audio jack version. So this version, it's again very similar to the existing ones, except instead of a speaker, it now has a headphone jack. So this is line out. You can connect this to an existing speaker system or headphones or what have you, and it has a nice I2S amplifier as well. So you just run their script to install this, and you point it at whatever your Spotify account is, or audio account, and you have audio with beautiful album art or what station you're playing, or maybe like cool audio effects. So here's some photos from Pimoroni showing what it looks like when it's running. These are like great little additions. So you have a Pi Zero W, plug this in, wireless internet radio. Lovely.
Okay. Next up, the star of the show tonight, besides the community, all of our Adafruit team members, and you, Lady Ada, is this. It's the ItsyBitsy.
Some people are like, are you going to get this out before the end of the year? And I'm like, yeah, it's the 31st, and that counts.
We get it out by the end of the year.
We got it out by the end of the year. It's the ItsyBitsy nRF52840. There was a storm, there was a typhoon at the place that was making us these modules. And so that's why it was taking us a while to get them back in stock, is because we didn't have extra modules. But we got them. So the ItsyBitsy is a kind of form factor that we like using. It's I think 0.7 inch by 1.4 inch size. And it has a micro USB on one end. And then it has a whole bunch of stuff inside that makes it easy to use with Arduino or CircuitPython. In this case, it's an nRF52840. It's a USB capable Bluetooth LE radio module. What's nice about the modules, it's got FCC CE TALEX certification, everything. And then it's kind of big, so we had to use the bottom, so it doesn't sit flat like the other ItsyBitsys, but it has 2 megabytes of QSPI flash, has a dot star RGB LED, it has a 32 kilohertz crystal, it has like power regulators and stuff, and it has nearly identical pinout to the other ItsyBitsys. The biggest difference is, of course, there's no pins on the end. Usually there's like another extra 5 pins where that antenna is, but the antenna is there. And even if we did move the module over, you wouldn't want those pins, that much metal near the antenna. And so we just kind of pushed it to the end, and then you have all the connectors that you need along the sides, including pin 5, which is a special pin. It's level shifted up to 5 volts, so it's an output only. That means, though, that you can use it for driving NeoPixels directly, or if you ever need something that needs 5 volt power or logic, you can use that pin for that. So this is great for very compact Bluetooth projects. It's our smallest BLE module.
It's the teensiest one yet.
It's the teensiest one yet, and it's got 2 buttons, one for bootloader and reset, and then we have an extra LED for a user switch. Why I put it there, I don't actually remember why, but at the time it seems like a good idea. Actually, I was thinking, like, why did I put it there? But you have an extra switch, so maybe if you want to, some people are using this for keyboards, maybe you switch modes or whatever. It has a little, button on it. So it's very small, compact, but runs CircuitPython beautifully, runs Arduino beautifully. You can use it with all our recent CircuitPython library work, and of course all the historic Arduino libraries that we've written over the years.
Okay.
That's the end.